What's up everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to Horizon 5 again, and I'm back with a very interesting video. I mean, this is one of the more popular videos that I've uploaded on my channel. However, it was a little bit more random in the last video, or the last time that I've done something like this. And that was because it was a wheel spin drift build. However, it is one of the most viewed videos on my channel, actually, and that is one of the most expensive drift builds ever. And that was on Horizon 4. But now on Horizon 5 there is something even more extreme, I guess. And yeah, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, this is going to be the most expensive wheel spin drift build ever made on any Forza game ever. I don't think there's been a more expensive car in any of the games before. I'm pretty sure the max prices for some of these have just constantly gone up in price, you know, with the game's release. Or sorry, with the franchise pretty much just expanding and the games being released and stuff like that. So yeah, now we have a new most expensive car in the game, and I need to show it to you guys. Well, I don't think I've shown it in the title or the thumbnail, but the most expensive car in the game right now to purchase is the Daytona, the Shelby Daytona, and I'll go over to it right now and I'll show you guys the price of this thing. It is 30 million credits. So 30 million credits, and then plus obviously all the upgrades and all that sort of stuff, it's going to be over 30 million credits spent on a drift build. It's going to be an interesting one. Again, before there was nothing like this ever. I think the max amount on Horizon 4 was 20 million. Even on the auction, you could buy cars that were up for, you know, 20 million credits and stuff like that. But now this is 30 million. This is more than the auctions. This is more than any other car I think has ever been released on Horizon or in any Horizon game, and I want to buy it. I have 79 million credits. I'm constantly getting money anyway as we speak, just from people downloading tunes and stuff like that. So yeah, boys, I'm gonna part with 30 million of my credits just to do this video. 30 million credits for this thing. Bye. That's crazy. I'm just like getting rid of my credits like that. Again, this is a game that I'm not gonna try and like max out my credits or anything like that, so I don't really care if I do end up, you know, getting a billion credits or whatever or not. But yeah, this is an expensive purchase in this game. This is very, very expensive. Anyway, yeah, we have to drive it. I have to see what it's like. I mean, it's a B-class car at the moment, so obviously I'm gonna have to, you know, make this thing or turn it into a drift build or whatever it is that I was gonna do to it, which is it is gonna be for drifting. But let's just have a look and see what this thing is like. I'll bring it down from the very, very top of this volcano here, the mountain. I think it changes now. Actually, the season changes in a couple of hours as we speak. Buy a car worth 10 million credits or more from the auto show. Yeah, mate. What's this? What did I get? Worth every penny. I mean, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Well, let's drive it. Actually, what are the actual specs, stats for this thing? 390 horsepower, 416 newton meters of torque. I can speak of torque. Weighs 1,000 kilos, and it's got a 4.7 liter V8 in it. Lots of torque for such a light car. I mean, it's a proper race car. This with a plate on the back of it. It's very, very cool. I love the design. It's just so retro, but also like. It just looks expensive, you know what I mean? It's like the Ferrari. When you see the Ferrari 250 GTO and stuff like that, it's like you just know just from looking at it like how expensive it is and how rare it is. And it's mad because the Ferrari 250 GTO in this is it's a barn find, so I wasn't able to, like, you can't actually purchase that car itself, you know. You can't just like buy it from anywhere. It is a barn find, and I'm pretty sure on the auction house I think it'll probably just go for max 20 million if you're able to do anything with that. But yeah, these tires are awful. If you haven't like already noticed, I'm understeering with these tires so much. They just slide from underneath me so quickly. So obviously that's gonna have to get changed. Handles like a boat. But yeah, these tires are probably the worst feature about this car right now is these tires. Slight lack of power. I mean, I like the responsive. Am I on sim steering, by the way? I am on sim steering. It is actually quite noticeable when you're on sim steering, but it's definitely not like it was back on Horizon 4, where you're just driving around you're driving around and the thing just flicks in random directions very, very quickly, you know? But yeah, I was on sim steering. It was noticeable, but it's not like previous games where it just like throws you in random directions very, very quickly. It's a little bit more controllable. I have made a video back in the day on Horizon 4 of the difference between sim steering and normal steering. It still stands to this day. I mean, it's still pretty much just like the same sort of concept if you're going to use it for drifting. But it's just less assisted, right? The steering isn't as assisted as it is obviously in normal steering. So when you're pushing right on your analog stick or left on your analog stick, especially when you're playing on controller, it'll like fully go and point in that direction, you know? It won't be any sort of like minute assists or adjustments or whatever. Because right now if I push it to the left fully, it won't full lock, you know? Like it won't full lock my wheels. It'll turn that way, but it's not going to full lock my wheels. And that's pretty much the difference between sim steering and normal steering. And the benefits of it in drifting was because it was just so much sharper and so much twitchier that you get to change directions a lot quicker. So for point drifting, it's much better to run sim steering if you're doing anything competitive. But right now, I'm just trying to enjoy this car. I mean, I paid 30 million for it. I mean, I have to enjoy it at least a little bit. Completely stock, you know, before I end up changing the way this thing drives forever. Because I'm probably never gonna get this thing to go back to stock again. Just like the majority of the cars that I have in this game. But this is mad. That I spent this much money on this thing. This is where the lack of grip actually kind of comes in handy a little bit. You can see when I go fast through these corners and the backhand steps out, you can just sort of carry that speed. So it doesn't slow you down because the wheels just barely have any grip. You just sort of carry that speed sideways through all these corners. It's still a little bit underpowered, obviously, for what I'm trying to get it to do. So, unless I have a lot of grip, and as you can see by the steering angle that I have right now, I'm not really trying to force this thing to have big angle because I know for a fact I don't have the power to push myself out of the corners like that, you know? So, as of right now, just trying to get down this mountain, nice and easily. A little bit going sideways. Like I said, just enjoying the drive. I definitely need to upgrade this thing though. I think this could make it a decent car. The front end feels light, which is weird because it's massive and really long. But the front end actually feels kind of lively. I mean, I think that it only weighs 1,000 kilos, right? So that's probably why it feels so nice and nimble to drive. Even though it's got a big V8 like overhanging over the front. This has got a short rear end and a big old front end on this thing. I love this like teardrop type shape, pretty much, that some of these old supercars have. I absolutely love it. It's such a good look. Some of the new ones have it as well. Aston Martins are like a big thing. Aston Martins have this very, very similar shape to this, especially the Zagatos. The Zagatos have like a very similar shape to these, to the Shelby, and also what else is there that still has this? I don't really know actually. I'm trying to think what other cars have it. Jaguar, I guess, with the F-Type. This looks kind of similar to this, but again, the back end isn't like really short, you know. But the Aston Martins have it 100%. They still have this sort of design. AMG GT actually from Mercedes, they have the same sort of layout as this. Really long front end and then very small back end that's just sort of coupe like. It's really cool. I really like these a lot. So anyway, let's go ahead and modify it. Let's do stuff there. Yeah, go on, car collection. There we go. Oh god, it's so much. Alright then. What can I do to it? I'm down to 49 million credits. Oh no. I'm broke. So we can put the LS in it, or we can put the Viper engine in it, if I really want to do anything there with that. See, I would get like a stupid amount of power if I put these in it, but I kind of like the standard engine that we have in it now. The LS makes it lighter actually, if I put the LS in it. And it's a lot more torquey. Doesn't have a lot more power, but it's got an extra 100 Newton meters of torque. Interesting. And it's lighter. And it's a bigger displacement, you know, so that's a green arrow. I love that. The way like it gives you a green arrow as if like bigger means better. Which, I guess if you're in America, that's sort of true. Okay. I'm down to put the LS in it. 20 grand for the LS, and then we'll twin turbo as well. Definitely keeping this thing rear wheel drive. I also don't think I want to do anything. Oh, I see it. I was like, where is this thing? It was just like dark because it just faded into the tiles on the floor. Okay, I definitely don't want to change any of the aero on this thing. I don't want to make it look terrible. As for the wheels, there actually are a set of wheels for this thing that are actually quite nice to drive with. Could be kind of cool. I can go with the vintage race tires. Do I want to do that? I don't want to do that. I think snow tires is probably what I'm going to go with this thing. Again, if you guys haven't seen the actual benefit of these, I have made a video before on the benefit of having snow tires on drift cars. It's just the way they handle. It just feels so nice. So again, if you haven't seen that video, then I guess you know now. The snow tires, especially because you can bring the tire pressure up quite a lot on them. Yeah, it was like these wheels, wasn't it? They're like very similar to the original wheels, but I do want to change them. I kind of want to modernize it, or like at least make it look a little bit more sort of like a mixture between modern and retro. So there are probably a set of wheels that I might like to add on this thing, but even though they probably won't look like they should be changed on it. These look so weird. It just looks so heavily pixelated. I know it's like all the reflections and everything in them. It just looks really, really weird having those wheels on it. But yeah, as for wheels, what can I try to change on this thing to make it look a little nicer? That's what I'm thinking. Again, like I said, I kind of want to modernize it, but at the same time, maybe these. They're very similar to the other wheels that it has on. Pretty much the same sort of center locking mechanism, I guess, that it has on. That I kind of want to put on, but I definitely don't want to keep them. Do I want to keep them in chrome? Oh, maybe I do actually. I actually don't really mind these wheels at all. Or do I go full on muscle car type build and put on something like these? I don't know. I actually kind of like these as well. It just looks so, like, there's like a few Japanese cars, the 240, 280, stuff like that just suit those wheels so well. Again, do I go full muscle build with this thing? Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with something like these. For some reason, I like these. I don't know why. I just feel like they suit it. And even for wheel size, I'm only gonna go like one size bigger. So we go with 16s. I feel like this is gonna look so good once it's like fully lowered and everything. I really do hope you can put drift suspension on this thing, or else it's over for me. As for everything else here, I'm just gonna buy race transmission. Wait, is this 5-speed or 6-speed? Okay, 6-speed. Perfect. 6-speed is just enough. Diff, just put the drift diff on. I don't think it makes a difference anyway. I'm gonna change that regardless. Yes, yes, yes. There's the drift suspension. There is the drift suspension. Again, like I said, I still want to keep the old school vibes or the old school look on this thing. See, this is where a cage would actually kind of look sick, but I guess it doesn't really make a difference because it's already got a cage in it, which I can see in the back. Did I put weight reduction on this thing? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Right. Now, power-wise. Do I want to give this thing over 1,000 horsepower? Probably. Let's see. I mean, it weighs less than 1,000 kilos. Let's just see what it's like now. I think 1,000 horsepower would probably be enough on this thing. I think more than that, and it's just I don't want to do it. I don't want to overdo power with a car like this. Valves. What are we at? 919. I think we're pretty much done, right? I think 1,000 horsepower is max for this, isn't it? 963, and I've done pretty much everything else. 1,017 horsepower. I think that's pretty much it. I'm happy with that. So it's 1,017 horsepower, weighs less than what it did before as well, 973 kilos, and has 1,100 newton meters of torque. Now all of this power is going to go to the rear wheels, so I'll have to see how I'm going to tune this thing. But it's now A class, and yeah, it should be interesting. I think because of those tires, it's only A class, but I'm pretty sure we'll see what it's like. So yeah, like I said, let's have a look. I'm gonna just go ahead and fully lock the diff. My top speed is 29 miles per hour. It says 27 miles per hour now. What is that? 27 miles per hour. Alright, I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to leave it like that. We'll drive it and then I'll adjust everything. Pretty much how I need to in a sec. But let's just see what it's like. Okay, well that graph is wrong already. I'm doing well more than 27 miles an hour. These tires are good. I'm liking the tires. I like the front end response as well. It's nice. That could also mean that I can hold... I can't hold a huge angle. We'll change that. We will definitely change that. That should help me out a lot. What's my steering angle with this thing? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's quite good actually. Okay, well I'm gonna just tune on this thing a little bit and then I'll be right back. I'll take it down the hill. Okay, well after a little bit of tuning and testing, it seems quite nice. It's a little annoying now that it's going into nighttime, but I still hope that you guys can see what's happening quite well. Sounds fantastic from the inside anyway. Oh, I spun it. I completely spun it. Yeah, it sounds great from the inside. It's got a lot of power. Like, a lot of power. Alright, let's head downhill and see what we can do here. With this thing. Oh, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Again, just a bunch of throttle control here. And steering, and it's just beautiful. It's definitely got more power than it needs, I'll tell you that now already. This thing does not need 1,000 horsepower, especially with it only weighing 1,000 kilos. But the setup is nice. Pretty much very basic setup on this thing, just like every other drift car, you know, just trying to get the front end to be nice and active, nice and easy to control, and then just have it so I can just play around with the throttle and increase my angle, decrease my angle, and all that sort of stuff very, very easily, you know. Just trying to make my cars extremely drivable. I'm not trying to make these things competitive for point drifting or anything like that, just making them actually drivable, you know what I mean? But it's nice. It's a nice car. It's a bit weird. It doesn't feel like I'm drifting 30 million credits, but it definitely feels quite nice to drive. I kind of like that it's a very exclusive type of car, you know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people will have this. Unless you fully cheat your way to your credits, or you're a content creator where people download your tunes and stuff like that, and or paints or whatever it is, a nice designer or whatever, where you get your credits pretty much just technically handed to you from everyone else downloading your stuff, which is pretty much how I make my money. And yeah, unless you're those type of people, then not really a huge amount of people will end up having this thing. But yeah, if you save up wheel spins and stuff like that, eventually you will end up getting to this point sometime, maybe later in the game or whatever. But I still see people in the comments on my videos, you know, the casual player, you know, not having as much money as I do. But again, like I said, they're like casual players, you know. It's not people that, you know, do stuff for videos, or it's not people that play a lot of the game. You know, they just sort of sit down, you know, when they come home from work or whatever, or school. They sort of enjoy it. But it's cool. It's cool to see this, like, do stuff like this. I was kind of tempted to just give this car away, but I don't want to give it away to someone that will, like, if I could choose to give it away to someone, you know, that'd be sick. But I can't actually choose anyone. It'll just be completely random. But if I could have chosen to give it someone away, like, I probably would have. Because I don't know who's cheating or who has cheated or whatever in your lobby or in someone else's lobby, and then you just give the car away and you give it to them, and it's just such a waste, you know? But yeah, I guess I can outro the video now. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I really do hope you enjoy it. It's been an interesting experience buying this thing and building it and all that sort of stuff. Again, super easy to slide and drive. Share code was probably put up on the screen. Oh, I almost messed up there. Share code was probably put up on the screen somewhere early in the video, so if you've skipped past it, I guess go back in the video and find it. And yeah, if you want to try this thing out yourselves, feel free to do so. But I guess that's it. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video. 1.1 million points for this thing with some questionable drifting. I mean, I'll take it. I will take it. Most expensive drift build ever on Forza. Crazy. Crazy, crazy car. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.